Hi yogis, I'm Michelle. Welcome to class. Today my affirmation is I am content. Finding contentment on my mat and my poses, and then taking that with me off my mat and trying to find contentment within the situations in my life. So if you're ready, we're going to get started in an easy cross leg. You can either cross pubic bone to heels where they line up, or cross more at the ankles, or where I'm at in my easy cross leg, my Sukhasana, I like my shin bones crossed. So you choose. Once you find that place, rock it side to side, feel your sit bones grounding and your spine lengthening. Bring your hands either palms down or palms up, and then close down your eyes. And before we change our breath to Ujjayi, just begin to notice it. Noticing the sensations you feel within the body. And once you found that place, your seat, trying not to fidget. And breathing into those areas rather than altering. We'll take a nice deep breath in together. Feel your spine lengthen. On an exhale, open up your mouth, ground the sit bones, try to keep the length. And then we'll begin our Ujjayi breathing, where we inhale through the nose and exhale out of the nose, creating audible sounds between our ears. At the beginning of the inhale, activate your Mula Bandha, the space between your sit bones. Draw that in and up. Feeling the length, keep the length as you exhale, knit the ribs together, your Uddiyana Bandha. So like you're tightening up a corset. Bring your hands together at your heart, reminding yourself of your affirmation. If it's what mine was, just reaffirm it. And on your next inhale, you can blink your eyes open or you can keep your eyes closed. Reach your arms to the sky. And on an exhale, twist. Bring your left hand to your right knee and your right hand behind you, looking over your right shoulder. And try not to dump the weight in the right hand, but yet just leaning back a little bit. Keeping your left hand attached to the right knee, sweep with your right arm up and over to the left. Push down with your right knee to press the left hand down and reach a little more to the left. On an exhale, let the right arm cross around in front of the body and walk it over to the right of your right hip. And stretch with your left hand, bicep by your ear. We tend to lean forward. Try to lean back. You'll feel a little more sensation around the front of your left hip. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring your hands back down to your heart. And then we'll switch the cross of our legs. Inhale, reach arms up. Breathing in as much as you can. And on an exhale, right hand to the left knee, left hand behind you. A nice gentle twist. Relaxing the shoulders and broadening the collarbones. On your next inhale, sweep with your left arm up and over to the right. And with your left knee, push down with the right hand. On an exhale, let the left arm cross around in front of the body. Walk your left fingertips out to the left of your left hip and reach with your right hand to the left. Lean back just a little. Bicep back by your ear, shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, reach both arms up. And exhale, bring your hands back down to your heart. Separate your feet hip bone distance apart, fingertips behind facing in. Lift up your hips, find reverse table. Stay right here for your 3 breaths, or let the head drop back. Inhale, inflate your belly. Exhale, open up the mouth. 2 more. One more. Inhale, bring your chin to your chest, lower your seat between your hands, cross at your ankles, roll over into all fours, lining up the shoulders over your wrist, wrapping the elbows and triceps back. Stack your hips over your knees. Inhale, let the belly go. Find your cow pose. Pull your shoulders back. Lift your gaze and your tail. Exhale, energize your hands as you push away from the earth. Hollow out the front body, rounding the spine. Inhale, let the belly go. Pick up the feet and tuck your toes. Exhale, round and curl. Flip back to the tops of your feet. Inhale, tuck the toes. Gaze forward and up. Exhale, untuck the toes, round and curl the spine. One more just like that. Bring it back to neutral with tucked toes and start to circle around your mat organically, just exploring more of the physical body, not getting attached to any one thing. Reverse your direction. Inhale to the left and exhale to the right. And bringing it back to neutral. Lifting your low belly, wrapping the ribs, Uddiyana Bandha. Dial your fingertips back. Rock forward and back or side to side, or any other version of this pose you might have. Feel free and explore. One more deep breath in. And then we'll flip the palms the other way, either both at the same time or one at a time, wiggling your fingers, making a fist, breathing in deeply and exhaling out slowly all the way to empty. Focusing a little more on those exhalations. Awesome. Bring it all the way back on top of your feet with your toes tucked to give your toes a little stretch. Inhale, reach the arms up. Touch your palms together and exhale, bring your hands back down to the heart. Interlace your fingers, push your palms forward and up, lift your hips, untuck your toes, sit back on your heels. Exhale, circle your arms around, bring your hands to the mat and roll yourself into a cobra pose. Pause here, inhale, energize your hands, pulling the hands back as the elbows wrap back and in towards the body. Lift your lower belly, lift your heart and gaze. On an exhale, lift your hips, sit back on your heels. Inhale, roll yourself to sit on top of the feet, hands touch. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, interlace palms up. Exhale, circle it around. Bring your hands to the mat. Inhale, roll yourself into rolling cobra pose. Exhale here. One more round just like that. Inhale. Exhale, back to the heels. Inhale, roll yourself up, reach up. Exhale your affirmation. Inhale, interlace palms up. exhale, circle it around. Bring your hands back to the mat as you inhale, roll into your rolling cobra pose. Exhale here. Inhale. On your exhale, lift your hips, tuck your toes, make sure your fingers are spread wide. Find your way back to turbo dog. Energize a little more into your index fingers and thumbs. Imagine pinching those two fingers together. Wrap your triceps back and down towards the mat. Start to lift your hips, straightening out the legs the very best you can. And then pedal out your heels, left, right, left, right. And then inhale, lift both heels. And exhale, sink your heels to the right. Maybe walk your left fingertips out a little further, breathing into the left lung. Bend your knees here. And then inhale, find a side plank pose. Bend the knees, rewind back out of it. Lift the heels, hands are flat. And exhale to the other side. Stay there, tense your right fingertips, breathe into the right lung. Stay there, bend your knees. Find side plank. Rewind. Downward facing dog. We'll take 2 breaths here. And on your next inhale, we're going to lift the right leg back and up. Bend the knee, open up your hip. Lift your gaze, look up and over your left shoulder, see if you can see your right foot. Stay there, flip your dog. Bring in your right foot as lightly as you can behind your left, spinning the heart to the sky. Inhale, circle it around. Right hand comes down. Pivot your left toes over to the left. Lift your left arm up and kick your right leg to the right. Bringing your left hand back down. Lift with the right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot up between your hands. Lowering the left knee and tucking the back toes, reach with your arms up. As you rise up and out of your low back, sink your hips to the earth. Hug your right hip back and spin your left thigh forward and down. One more breath here. On an exhale, circle your arms around, frame your right foot, and find your way into a half split pose. Press down with the right heel and your left knee and pull the 2 points towards one another. Draw your heart towards your toes and your toes towards your heart. Stay there. Move your right toes to the right. Spin your left foot over to the left. Get a big stretch in the outer right leg, the IT band. Walk your hands to the right if that serves you. Look over your right shoulder. Or maybe lower to your elbows. Coming back up. Lunge, bend the right knee, tuck your back toes, and lift the left knee, sweeping the arms up for a high crescent. Right big toe grounds to shave the outer right hip back, and the ball of your left foot is planted, zipping up the left quad and feeling your left inner thigh lift. On your next inhale, we're going to spin the left foot flat and find warrior 2. And The first round, take a look at your feet. Make sure the back foot lines up with the back of your mat. Look down at the inside of your right knee. If you can't see any of that right foot, move the right knee to the right. You can even move it with your hand, but not the foot. Feel a little more pressure in the outer edges of your feet. Move with your left groin to your right heel. Flip your right palm, reach it forward, and exalt, peaceful warrior. Walk with your left hand down the left leg. Reach with your right hand to the left. Ground with your right heel, moving energetically the right knee forward as the right hand reaches back. Inhale, coming up to warrior two. Exhale as we cartwheel the arms around, finding revolving half moon. Left leg lifts, right arm lifts, and you twist open to the right. Now I'm focusing a little more on the inner right foot. Lifting up that left inner thigh a little higher if you can. On your next inhale, you're going to gaze forward, push through your right foot, rise up for dancing Shiva. You'll either grab the outer left knee or the outer left foot. And then challenging your balance a little more by gazing over your left shoulder. Inhale as you gaze forward, lift both arms to the sky. Start to sweep your left leg back, finding warrior three. Lowering your hands, standing split for a brief pause or maybe a handstand. Soften the right knee, step your left foot back, lunge. Inhale, sweep the right leg back and up. Walk your hands back to meet your left foot. Pause here and breathe for 5 and standing split, or find a few hop ups, or maybe challenge your balance, grabbing the left ankle with one hand or both. Finding contentment where you feel most challenged. Releasing the hands, softening both knees, and lowering your right foot next to your left. Lift all 10 toes, lift your gaze, and find chair pose. Take a deep breath in here and a deep breath out. Inhale. On an exhale, eagle wrap your right elbow under your left. Press down with your left foot, lift up your right knee. Cross your right knee over your left and hook your right toes behind the left leg. Feel free to sink a little deeper. Elbows away from the chest, maybe elbows towards your knees and fingertips towards the earth. Inhale as you slowly rise up, lift that right knee back up. Take your right foot off to the left, maybe even off your mat a little. Bend your knees, plug your right knee into the back of your left, bringing the elbows to the outside of the left leg. Open up, finding a twist. If you have an arm balance, feel free to find your twisted scissors here. On your next inhale, we'll bring the hands to the heart. Slowly rise up as we come up. Your left hand will grab a hold of your right wrist for a gentle side body stretch. If you can get that right heel to the earth, feel free, play. Inhale as you come up, soften both knees. Take the arms out and down. Find your way in to mountain pose. Take a full breath in here. Full breath out. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, find a little back bend. Inhale, look forward and dive all the way down to a forward fold as you exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale like a wave in motion, fold. 2 more, inhale. Send the weight back into your heels a little bit, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold, tuck your chin to your chest. Last one, inhale. This time, open up your mouth and exhale. Separate the feet a little, walk it back out, find your way into a downward facing dog. Stay here for a few breaths or join me in a vinyasa. Inhale to a high plank. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. Look up and over your right shoulder, see if you can see your left foot. Stay there, flip your dog. Left foot lands lightly behind your right. Push away from the earth, spin your heart to the sky. Inhale, we'll circle your left arm around, pivoting your right toes to the left. Keeping the right hand down or extend the right arm up to the sky. Left leg to the left, right. Bring it back, 3-legged dog. And exhale, step the left foot all the way up between your hands. Lower the right knee, untuck the toes, and inhale, rise up for your low crescent lunge. Melting the hips forward and down as you hug the outer left hip back and spiral the right hip forward and down. One more inhale. Exhale, circle your arms around, frame your left foot, lift up the hips, find a half split pose. When we go through this flow again, we're going to leave out a lot of stuff. Left heel presses, right knee presses. Those two contacts pull towards each other. Stay there. Or turn left toes to the left, right foot to the right, and walk your hands to the left. If you can come onto your elbows, come onto the elbows. Bringing it back around to the front. Bending the knee, tucking your back toes, and finding your high crescent. Feel your outer left hip hugging back. Feel your inner right thigh hugging forward. Inhale, gaze forward, find warrior 2. Right foot lines up with the back of your mat. Left toes, ankle and shin facing forward. Check in, make sure you can see your left foot on the inside of the left knee. Trying to get your left thigh parallel to the mat. Think about your right groin. Draw your right groin right here towards your left heel, right there. Flip your left palm. Inhale, reach it forward. And exhale, exalt, peaceful warrior. Finding a lateral stretch on your spine. This isn't a back bend. This isn't a forward fold. It's a side bend. Inhale, coming up, and exhale, cartwheel it over to your revolving half moon. Right leg lifts, arms at 6 and 12. And when we go through this again, we're not going to hold it as long. Inhale, rising up to your dancing Shiva, grabbing the outer right knee or the outer right foot, stretching with your right arm back. Inhale with your arms to the sky. Take the right leg back, warrior 3. Lower the hands, find a lunge. On an inhale, sweep the left leg back and up, 3-legged dog, and then walk your hands back to standing split or more handstand hops. Take both hands down, soften the right knee, soften the left knee. Lift all 10 toes, start to gaze forward, knees over your ankles, so move your hips back, belly in, inhale. Exhale, squeeze the knees, hug the hips. Inhale. On an exhale, eagle wrap, left elbow under your right. Press down with your right foot, inhale, lift the left knee. Exhale, cross the left knee over the right. Using your left toes to help you balance, or left toes face the earth or hook. Lift the elbows away from the chest, stay there, or hinge forward from your hips. Elbows to the knees, fingertips to the earth. Keeping the bind of the arms, inhale, lift the left knee back up. Send the left foot behind you to the right. Hook the knee into the back of your right knee. Bring your elbows to the outside of the right knee and then open up and find your twist. If you have twisted scissors, go ahead and fly. We'll slowly start to rise up. Inhale. Your right hand will grab a hold of the left wrist. Gentle side bend stretch. Lowering the left heel if that's an option for you. Softening the knees. Inhale, bring it back to center. Find mountain pose. Inhale here. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, find a back bend. Inhale, gazes forward. Exhale, dive into your forward fold. Separate your feet, walk it out, downward facing dog. Stay here, or a vinyasa. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So going through all of that again, changing things up a little bit. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, bring your right knee to your left elbow. Inhale, slide the right knee to your wrist, and exhale, get it above the elbow. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step your right foot up between your hands. Inhale, rise to crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, exalt. Exhale, warrior two. Cartwheel it over. Inhale, revolving half moon. Gazes forward. Inhale, rising up, left arm lifts. Right hand grabs the outer foot or knee. Twist, look over the left shoulder. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, lunge it forward. Exhale, right foot sweeps up and back. Inhale, shift forward, three-legged plank. Exhale, three-legged chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee to the right elbow. Inhale to the wrist. Exhale to the elbow. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, rise up, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, warrior two, cartwheeling it over. Inhale, revolving half moon. Exhale, gazing forward. Inhale, rising up, dancing Shiva. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, warrior two. Three. Lunge, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep left leg back and up. Shift it forward, three-legged. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, slide. Exhale, lift. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, step right foot through. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale as you cartwheel it over. Inhale, revolving half moon. Exhale, looking forward. Inhale, rising, dancing Shiva. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, warrior three. Low lunge. Inhale, sweep the right leg up. Shift it forward, changing it up again. Pivot your toes to the right, side plank. Stay here or lower and lift your hip. 4, 5. 4, we did a lot of side body, so you got this. 3, 2, the lower you go, the harder it is. 1, right hand comes down, spin your heels to the other side, lift the left arm up, go right into it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. High plank, pause. Low push-up, pause. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale, cartwheel it over. Inhale, revolving half moon. Exhale, rising up. Inhale, dancing Shiva. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale your lunge. Exhale, back, three-legged dog. Inhale, side plank. Stay there, lower and lift that right hip for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the left side, spin the heels, lift the right arm. Stay or lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. High plank. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So good. Step your left foot forward and spin to the right, finding your way into a wide leg fold. Walk your fingertips out, 10 till 10. Send your hips back over the heels. Take a full breath in here. Quality exhale, let it go. Inhale, sweep the right arm to the right and up. Exhale, thread it through, grab your left foot, ankle or leg. Pull on your leg or foot. Draw the right elbow down and the right hip up. Stay there for another breath or take your left hand through the whole of the right arm and your left leg. Unwind back to center, 10 till 10. Right hand stays down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, thread it through. Left elbow down, left hip up. Stay there, thread the right hand through the whole of the left arm and the right leg. Unwind. One more breath, 10 till 10 fingers. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Soften your knees. Pivot your right toes to the back corner of the mat and find your way into a runner's stretch. Lowering your seat to the earth or a block. Hands to the heart, half bind, full bind. If you can't get this heel down, lift your hips until the heel comes down. Make sure your left knee and thigh are facing up, left toes facing up. Take one more deep breath in and a deep breath out. Slowly lift up and over to the other side. Runner's stretch. Hands to the heart. Conscious breathing. Slowly bring it back. Wide leg fold. Spinning around to the right foot. Lowering your left knee. And heel toe your right foot to the left for pigeon. Right knee lines up with the outer right hip. Your left foot lines up with the outer left hip. Walk it down to your elbows. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Feel free to rest on your forehead. Feel free to walk your hands to the left. A lot of options here. Take any that serve you best today. If you want to stay longer, hit the pause button. If you're ready, come on up. Reach back with your left hand to grab your left foot or ankle. Stay on top of the left thigh and try to bring your left heel to the outer left hip. Try not to dump all the weight in this right hand where your shoulder's up by the ear. Push away from the earth. Look over your right shoulder. Coming out of this is going to be your option. It's none of my business how you get back to downward facing dog. But if you want, we're going to try a tripod headstand to float it back. So you'll lift all the way up, pike, pause, float it back, inhale cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg lifts. And send your right foot up between your hands. Spin it to the left. Take your hands to your hips, rise up. Interlace your fingers behind you. Make a fist with your hands, palms pressed, chest opens. On an exhale with a flat back, fold it all the way over. The best you can, keep your palms pressing. And try to move the hands away from your tailbone, lifting your sit bones to the sky. Hands back to the tailbone. Underneath, inhale, halfway lift. Soften your knees, bring it around to the left. Lower your right knee. Heel toe your left foot to the right. Pigeon pose on the other side. Check in with your alignment. Both hip bones facing down. Check in with your thoughts. Let your thoughts fade into the background on your exhales. You have 3 more breaths or hit the pause button. Bringing it back up. Reaching back with your right hand to grab your right foot or ankle. Squeezing the heel to your butt. Make sure your left shoulder's not by your ear. You're pushing away from the earth. And then look over your left shoulder. And then however you made it back to your downward facing dog, do it again. If you're doing tripod, remember, hands under the shoulders. Your head goes about a half a foot or a foot in front of the hands. Lift the legs either one at a time or both at the same time. It's totally up to you. Find a pike position, pause. Plug your fingertips into the mat. Push back, lower, and on an inhale, pull it through. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to take a frog hop to the outside of our hands. So looking up at your hands, bend your knees, hop up, and land. Or just walk it up. Lowering your seat between your heels, bringing your hands to your heart. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Breathing from the base of your spine all the way up to the top of your head. Lowering your seat, bringing the soles of your feet together. Feet closer apart, further from your pubic bone. It's totally up to you. Just 3 breaths, or hit the pause button and stay longer. Slowly coming up, taking your hands behind you, separate your feet, and rock your knees in and out a few times. Leaving your knees to the right, just take a brief pause and a breath. And then knees to the left, or the other side. Bringing it back up. Stretching your legs all the way out in front of you, rocking it side to side if you need to. And if you don't know what that means, you don't need to. Inhale, reach your arms up. Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, find a forward fold. Hands anywhere alongside the legs or grab the legs. Shoulders away from your ears. Feel free to stay here longer. I know a lot of people like Laura could live here. Hopefully she has her block, reaching and really going for the extension. On your next inhale, rise all the way up. Draw your navel to your spine and start to curl yourself all the way down to your backs. Take a brief pause here. Preparing for bridge pose, place your feet down, hip bone distance apart. Bring your heels nice and close to your sit bones. Unless you have something going on in your back, scoot your feet away from your sit bones. Palms down, inhale in. Exhale, start to curl your spine away from the mat, all the way up to the top of your shoulders. Lifting your chin off your chest. Ground in a little more to the inner foot, the big toes, the inner arches, and the inner heel. And squeeze in with that energy, not the glutes. Either interlace your fingers, option 1, option to reach your arms back, or option for the full expression, full wheel. Wherever you are, on an inhale, lift your right leg up. And lower. Inhale, lift your left leg up. And lower. Inhale, lift your right hand to your belly. And lower. Left hand to the belly. And lower. One more deep breath in. Lower all the way down to your back. Finding your way in dead bug pose. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. If it feels good, roll around your wrists and ankles, especially if you did a full wheel. You probably feel it in the wrist. That's normal. It's your body. Feel it. Take your right knee, cross it over the left. Pause for a brief moment. Allow yourself to soften and settle. Open your arms wide like a T. Place your left foot down. Scoot your hips to the right. And move your knees to the left for your final twisting pose. Inhale, slowly bringing the knees back up, centering the hips, uncrossing the legs, and then left over right, bringing the knees in for a brief pause, sense of ease and letting go. Open up the arms, lower the right foot, scoot your hips to the left, and bring your knees to the right. Inhale, gaze center. Bring your knees back up. Center your hips. Uncross the legs. Separate your feet. Bring the knees to touch. Decompress the low back. Bring your feet together. Bring your knees in. Give yourself a big hug. Lift up your head, neck, and shoulders if that feels good. Lower your head down. Kiss the soles of the feet together. Baddha Konasana. Relax the arms comfortably away from the body. Palms face up. Rock your ears left and right a time or two. Start to stretch each of your feet to each corners of your mat. Relax your face and your jaw. Coming into your final pose, your resting pose. The most important one out of all of them that we do. So if you just sat and watched the whole video and did this pose, it would be good enough. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.